Welcome to this Nova Trail Fashion Designing Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're here. If you've ever stared at a jaw-dropping runway look or a gorgeous boutique dress and thought, how on earth did they come up with that? Well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're diving into the literal foundation of fashion creation. We're going to learn how to take a simple, everyday idea and spin it into a stunning, professional outfit. Okay, let's dive right into this. Let me ask you something. When a top-tier designer drops a brilliant new look, do you think that idea just magically appeared out of thin air, like, boom, a sudden lightning bolt of inspiration? Well, spoiler alert, it doesn't. Behind every single great design, there's actually a hidden secret. It's a structured process that makes the magic happen. And that secret is what we call design research. Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to cover what design research actually is, the 9 main sources of inspiration, the crucial difference between inspiration and copying, how to build mood boards and find your design elements, a practical, real-world example, and finally, a quick recap in your very own assignment. All right, kicking things off with Section 1, what exactly is design research? This is our foundational step. Think of a master chef getting ready to cook a massive feast, right? They don't just start throwing things in a pan. They gather their recipes, they check flavor profiles, they lay out all their spices first. A fashion designer works the exact same way. Design research is literally the process of collecting information and inspiration, things like colors, patterns, and cultural references, long before you ever pick up a pencil to sketch. Let me ask you this. When you're shopping for a special event outfit, do you ever scroll through Instagram or Pinterest first just to see what's out there? If you said yes, well, congratulations. You're already doing a mini version of design research. And this comparison brilliantly illustrates why this step is so incredibly crucial. Designing without research, it's literally like taking a cross-country road trip without a map or GPS. You're just guessing, and your designs risk being random, confusing, or just totally outdated. But when you design with research, you get an informed, trend-aligned, highly professional outcome. You know exactly what people are loving and how to leave your own unique mark on it. Moving on to Section 2, Sources of Inspiration. Basically, where do we actually find all these great ideas? So if research is our map, where do we gather all the puzzle pieces for our final design? Let's explore the 9 primary sources of inspiration professionals use every single day. These are practically endless wells of creativity. First up, fashion magazines. They're fantastic for seeing styled collections. Then we've got digital platforms like Pinterest, which is a total game changer for building collages, and Instagram, the absolute best place to spot street style. We also look at fashion shows for upcoming trends. But hey, we look outside the fashion world too. Nature provides the most unbelievable color palettes and organic patterns. Think of the delicate shape of a leaf. Art and culture offer unique motifs, while historical costumes can inspire gorgeous modern silhouettes. Sometimes just looking at fabrics and textures like rich velvet or intricate lace can spark an entire collection. And finally, studying current fashion trends ensures your designs actually fit today's market. I want you to think about this for a second. Let's say a client asks you to design a winter festive collection. Which of these 9 sources would you tap into first? Take a moment and really think about it. Would you look at historical costumes to get ideas for heavy, layered silhouettes? Or maybe you turn to nature for those deep, rich, wintry colors. Now for Section 3, Inspiration versus Copying. It is absolutely vital to know the difference here. As you step into the fashion world, there's a very serious ethical boundary we need to understand. The crucial point is knowing where to draw the line. Inspiration means looking at a reference. Say you're obsessed with the shape of a particular dress, and then using your own creativity to change the colors, swap the fabric, or add your own unique detailing. It's highly creative and totally above board. Copying, on the other hand, means creating an exact replica without changing a thing. We are designers, which means our job is to create, not to just clone someone else's hard work. Let's do a quick test. Imagine you see a breathtaking dress on a runway. You love it so much that you make a dress using the exact same color, the exact same fabric, and the exact same print. Is that inspiration or is that copying? Yep, you guessed it, that is 100% copying. And as professional designers, that is a line we never ever cross. All right, on to Section 4, Mood boards and design elements. Let's talk about organizing all these amazing ideas. So you've gathered hundreds of photos, and honestly, it's probably looking a bit chaotic. How do we organize it all? We build a mood board. Think of it as a visual collage that perfectly captures the vibe or mood of your upcoming design. It's incredibly fun to make, and it takes just 5 simple steps. First, decide on your theme or the occasion. Second, collect all your reference images. Third, pull a specific color palette from those images. Fourth, add physical pieces of fabric, we call these swatches, that match your vision. And step 5, just arrange the whole shebang beautifully on one board or digital canvas.
Now, what's really interesting here is how this mood board directly dictates your actual garment. Out of that beautiful, chaotic collage, you're going to extract 4 foundational elements. You pull your dominant color tones right from the images. You finalize your fabric so it perfectly suits the season. You define the silhouette, which is the overall outer shape and fit. And finally, you pinpoint your detailing, those finishing touches like embroidery, prints, or even the style of the buttons.
Let's move to Section 5, a practical example, featuring a spring festive curdy. Concepts are great, sure, but seeing them in action is where the real lightbulb moments happen. Let's look at this timeline and see how a design builds over a 4-day process. Day 1, our designer goes outside, looks at nature, and finds these gorgeous spring flowers in pink, yellow, and green. Day 2, they take those flower photos and build a mood board totally centered around pastel florals and light fabrics. Day 3, they extract their 4 elements. They go with pastel pink and mint green for the color, a breezy cotton silk fabric for spring, a flowy A-line silhouette, and some delicate floral thread embroidery for the neckline detail. Finally, on day 4, they bring all those decisions together to sketch the final outfit. See? It didn't just pop out of thin air. It evolved through a step-by-step process. And that brings us to Section 6, Recap and your assignment. Let's review and get you some hands-on practice. You now know exactly how professional designers turn imagination into reality. So let's lock this knowledge in with a rapid-fire recap. Remember, design research is the vital step of collecting information before you design. Taking inspiration and making it your own is the creative way to go, while exact copying is a huge no-no. Mood boards are your absolute best friend for visually organizing your chaotic ideas. From that research, you draw your 4 pillars: color, fabric, silhouette, and detailing. The main takeaway today: truly great professional designs are always built on a foundation of solid research. Now it's your turn to play designer. Here's your assignment for the week. Step 1, choose an occasion, maybe a wedding, a festival, or just a fun day out. Step 2, collect 5 reference images from Pinterest or Instagram. Step 3, put them together into a simple mood board, making sure to include a color palette and fabric ideas. And step 4, draw a rough, simple sketch of an outfit based entirely on that board. You're definitely going to want to keep that sketch and mood board handy, because in our next explainer, we're diving into fashion illustration basics. That's where you'll learn exactly how to draw your ideas professionally on paper. If you found today's explainer helpful, please make sure to hit that subscribe button for Nova Trail. And hey, tell us about your mood board themes in the comments below. I read every single one, and I absolutely love seeing your creativity. So, as you head out today to start gathering your inspiration, I want to leave you with one final exciting question. Take a look around you. Look at nature, look at art, look at the clothes people are wearing right now on the street. What will your very first mood board look like? I literally cannot wait to see what you come up with. Keep researching, keep designing, and I'll see you next time.